Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video with Blazing Corp. We are continuing the Doom Tower series here on floor 60 versus the Magma Dragon. Doom Tower Hard. Next. Alright, so we are here, floor 60 versus the Magma Dragon. We've got our Magma Dragon team all picked out here, rearing and ready to go. Iron Brago here, in here for our increased ally defense in Doom Tower battles by 34%. That is one of the best auras for defense there is in the game. Yeah, you kind of can't go wrong here with him as the lead here. Now, if you are having trouble or if you don't have Iron Brago, you know, another person you can do is Under Priest Brogni. He's got that 60% ally resist in Doom Tower battles by there. So you kind of can't go wrong whatsoever in this particular either which way you go. Now, reason for Iron Brago here is because he has a Provoke. You know, that's super important, that Provoke against the Magma Dragon, because the Magma Dragon will mess you up if you don't have at least 2 Provokes here. So my 2 Provoke champions, Iron Brago, they're one of the best you know, fusion champions there is, and then Duchess the Pierced. Usually this is where Madame Ceres would come in, but she doesn't have any Provokes, and the cool thing is his Provoke also comes with an unkillable buff, so kind of can't go wrong on that end there. Now we've got our passive heals in Zilla the Drakes and our active heals for his A1 in Bad Alcazar. So we do have the Trinity here. So let's take a look at the stats. Ooh, I guess I'll have to pull Duchess the Pierced out of the vault here. Actually, I wonder, let's see. Now we can pull total stats here. Alright, so total stats for Duchess the Pierced. He is in no way, shape, or form ready for Doom Tower Hard. But we're able to pull him through this level just because he has Provoke. Alright, so 36,000 health points. We have 1,400 attack, 3,096 defense here, 163 speed, 107 crit rate, 122 crit damage, 115 resistance, 175 accuracy. So he's barely got enough accuracy. He probably actually doesn't have enough accuracy to go any higher in this particular Doom Tower here. We're probably going to have to do a re-kit for this gentleman here at some point later in the Doom Tower. So we're going to have to remember to do that. Alright, we then have Bad Alcazar. Alright, 55,000 hit points, 2,000 attack, 2,300 defense, 234 speed, 96 crit rate, 100 crit damage, 233 on resistance and accuracy respectively. Iron Brago. We've got 33,000 hit points, 1,400 attack, defense is at 4,700. We got 204 speed, 99 crit rate, 110 critical damage, 106 resistance, 216 accuracy, just barely enough to make it through Doom Tower Hard, at least in the lower levels. As we get higher, it is going to become a lot more difficult to land our debuffs here, but this is a sustained team, so they can take a hit here. Not a lot of hits, but they can take a hit here for sure. Alright, we then have, I might as well go in here. Alright, so you can kind of see what Bad L's wearing here. Under Priest Brogni, he's got a stun set on. We know we love him in a stun set. It makes him viable for the waves. We got 80,000 hit points, 1,600 attack, 2500 defense, 210 speed, 31 critical rate, 108 crit damage, 188 resistance, 142 accuracy. So he's here for the sustain, big shields, shields that can throw back attack, or reflect damage I should say, and then his ability to heal on that same reflect damage is also incredibly great. Sill of the Drakes, my precious. We have her in broken set and then 2 perception. I really like her. She's amazing everywhere. So we've got 49,000 hit points, 1400 attack, 3500 defense, 204 speed, 108 critical rate, 126 crit damage, 232 resistance, 237 accuracy. There. So I find the champions who are the best everywhere have, high resistance and high accuracy, and then are defensive, then have defensive stats with a good amount of HP there. Don't really, at least for my part, like just straight DPS champions here. I really focus on building out champions who are going to make sense for me in terms of the long run. Alright, we got Iron Brago here. We kind of looked at his stats already, but you can kind of see what he's wearing. And then Duck the Pierce, we looked at his stats already, but you can kind of see what he's wearing. He's not wearing anything super special. That's why we're going to have to re-kit him down the line. It just won't be now. Alright guys, let's give this a shot. Alright, so yeah, basis of this team is more sustained, so ability to protect ourselves, ability to heal actively and passively. We can have defense up, so we can get our defense up both actively and passive there because of Iron Brago here, and his passive having 10% of his total defense go as defense for the rest of the team, regardless if he's alive or not. So that's huge there. We also have something cool with Battle Khazar. People keep forgetting this, that if there's poisons on whoever you're facing, you get a 25%. I said 25, it might be 20 there, but you do get an increased damage there on whoever has poisons on them. So that's really good for kind of any boss out there that will have, anyone who will have poisons on them when Battle Khazar is on the team. So you kind of can't go wrong there whatsoever. Now, yeah, Dr. Pierce is really good there in terms of like levels where you do need that kind of really stable guy who doesn't need to be ripping off buffs like Madame Cerise does, but just needs to be applying those abilities that he has. So the ability to bring down accuracy, I believe it is accuracy there. He's got his self a reflect damage, and then an unkillable buff, plus having the ability to put on Provoke in this particular boss, which is super important. Otherwise he will damage you like he just did to Battle Khazar. So we should have him back up. That's the reason we have Sill of the Drakes on the team, so she can pull people back up, and they don't necessarily die again usually here, but you never know. Now, I did experience some hardship getting to this level here. Floor, I believe it was 57. There was a Mortu Macabre there in the group, and he just kept doing his hidden skill, which basically puts you down and doesn't let you get back up again, and that was just a nightmare. In terms of, yeah, so that was my hard time getting through up to this level here. Now, things we kind of want to avoid, this attacks all enemy, instantly activates any HP burn debuffs on each target and decrease the duration of those HP burn debuffs. So that's kind of That's a nasty, nasty skill. We can avoid that if we put on as many provokes as possible. And then Stoke the Flames attacks all enemies, place the HP burn debuff for 3 turns, then steals 10% of the turn meter from each enemy under an HP burn debuff. Also place the Hex debuff for 4 turns on the enemy with the lowest HP, and it can't be resisted. Now the other part of it can be, so that's why Under Priest Brogny's in here to do a block debuff. Right, so now he can't place this when he's going to go for that on the next turn, which should be now. So we've mostly, for the most part, and then that's why Bad Owl keeps getting killed there, because he would, if that didn't get cleansed, he would have gone through the getting that ability and then getting hit like a truck. Yeah, so not cool whatsoever, but we're going to keep picking him up. Luckily, this boss does not have the ability to block revive, because that would make him a nightmare. Just an absolute terror at that point. So we're really glad Plarium didn't decide to put that in. But, oh yeah, don't put that in, Plarium. Please, don't put that in. That'd be just a nightmare. Now his A1 kind of decrease the target's turn meter by 50. Will target enemies under Hex, so except if he's on a Provoke, I'm assuming. Alright, so instantly places a Hex debuff for 4 turns on an enemy whenever they remove a Hex debuff from themselves or an ally. Will ignore block damage, shield, unkillable buffs, and will ignore 100% of defense when attacking enemies under Hex. So that's why Bad Owl's getting chest stomped. Instantly removes any HP burn debuffs placed on the Magma Dragon and replaces them with a 15% continuous heal for 2 turns. So he is immune. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess he's immune. He likes HP burn on himself. So we definitely don't want to be doing that. So we're hoping that, well, not hoping, we know it's not going to activate easily from Under Priest Brogny's A1. But you never know, so we're really hoping that doesn't happen. Obviously, he's immune to all the good stuff except for Provoke, and he is obviously Almighty Strength. Any max enemy mage HP stuff is going to not work, or not work as much as it used to. It can only do up to 10% damage, so that's why I don't bring any of those guys in here. Enemy max HP, at least for me, was never a huge thing. It's become even less of a thing now, which is quite unfortunate. Only place I really only use it is in Spider. Yeah, so kind of sucks there on that end. But yeah, you can kind of see how this team's working. Bad Owl's kind of, you know, the decoy for this team. And he's taking all the big hits there, and you know, kind of sucks that he's taking all the big hits, but it is what it is. But that's the reason that we have done this particular set of people together, so that we don't have to worry about overall here just everyone getting just popped. Now, cool thing here, Battle Khazar is still finished with the most amount of damage here because of his poisons, and then his heals are outrageous there, so that's why he is part of the Trinity here, because of that. Alright, so that's been it for this particular level. Do let me know who you've been using to beat the Magma Dragon down below. We will see you again next time. Do like and subscribe, and let's chat then.